Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, this is the National Football League. Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Justin Fields and the New York Jets.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
The secret to his game and his success? Incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Tua now on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short throw to Smith. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Running right, here's Achane. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Tua. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Tua going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fields. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here we go. Green light, 2 minutes left.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Don't jump. Ready? 331.
A shotgun snap. Fields. Throwing left side. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On play action, Fields. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was pushed on at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And able to get this out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 3. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. 222, 222.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Here we go, Snap. 319, left nut.
A give running right is Hall. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. These two teams all tied after one. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Open man, Westbrook-Akine. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Waddle, the motion man right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
On second down, a run by Achane. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
They're going to look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall pushing his way through, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now Fields. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go, son. 331, 331. Check back.
Fields now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Fields. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Tyrell Dodson able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Tua.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Tua to throw again. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Here we go. Green back. Check.
On first down, it's Fields. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 58. Where's that? Let's get off the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Connection made to Ruckert. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Now it's Fields. He's got the hook up to Lazard. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Jets.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll give this to Achane. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st down, Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Don't jump. Ready? 319. Get that.
Here's a give to Hall. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Here we go. Turn on, sir.
Fields on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Fields looking middle, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. They'll go again with Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. A handoff for Hall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Here we go. 19 winning, 19 winning. Here we go. Check, nip.
On the counter, it's Hall. Down at the 25.
Here we go.
2nd and 7. One play action. Fields. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
They'll run here with Hall. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Braylon Allen punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter, getting down to the good stuff. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Miami. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over. New York set to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw. Fields into space at the 45. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, fourth quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Fields. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. 331, 331.
Out of the gun, Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Miami set to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Tua now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. He's got it to the 43 here. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3rd down and 1.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Tua going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the Jets sweep, here comes Waddle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 44, Mike.
Hill going to go in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. He'll dump this off to Achane. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Achane. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hall again.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So Tua and the Dolphins
Down 28-21, a minute 47 on the clock. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Will McDonald
in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Oh, what a time for the defense to go missing in action. How do you allow a play like that on 4th down? That lets them right back into the ball game.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now 2nd and 4. Throwing Tua. This one thrown underneath to Achane. Thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.